Greek mythology has never looked more alive. What's up, everyone? This is your host, author Anthony Avina, here with a brand new book review for you guys today. Today I want to talk about a book I just finished reading in the young adult genre. It is called Curse of the Sphinx by Raye Wagner. This was a phenomenal first book in a brand new series that I started. The author has a very incredible talent to bring modern, or not modern, but classic Greek mythology into the modern era. This is a very intricate, very visceral look at the way monsters are viewed by the general public, and what really makes a monster versus a hero, or even just a normal everyday person. That's what's really interesting to see explored in this book, and I'm going to go over some things that I already listed in my written review. If you want to read the full written review, you can go to my blog, authoranthonyavina.tumblr.com. Yeah, let's get into it, shall we? Here is my official review of Curse of the Sphinx, number 1 by Raye Wagner. Alright, so I'm going to go over the general plot line of this book. I have my notes here, and then I'm going to go over what I saw and felt were the highlights of this book. So let's get to it. This is a young adult genre book, and in it we meet Hope Nicholas, who has spent her entire life pretty much on the run. She is good at making sure no one knows she exists. She is living under constant threat of death, and it's not easy on her. She doesn't make friends, hasn't really built any significant relationships other than with her mother. Together, they've been on the run their entire lives. Soon, however, Hope finds herself on her own after her mother is tragically ripped away from her. And soon she has to learn how to survive on her own, how to navigate this very dangerous world where Greek mythology is very real, very tangible, and is the predominant religion or belief system in this world. What do you do when the legends are true and you're a part of it? How do you survive? That is what's explored in this book. What's really interesting to see is there's a double element to it. There's the survival element, and then there's the what happened to her mother element. That she's investigating and she's trying to get answers to. What happened to her mother? Did the legendary Apollo's curse finally get to her? Is that what happened to her mother? Did the shadow monsters from the underworld finally catch up to them? Or did something much more sinister happen? That's what you have to find out when you read this book. What's really interesting to see unfold is not just these big fantastical ideas about Greek mythology, but we really get to see an intimate look inside the mind of a young woman. I mean, this could be a young woman or men in general, but someone who's going through a traumatic loss and has to deal with it on their own. So many times you see stories of young people who tragically lose people in their life, probably the only support system they have. You see them get lost in foster care systems. You see them become homeless or run away or have to grow up and become adults at a very young age. All these things are explored in this book very, very artfully. And yes, it is a very big, fantastic world, but it still brings a very real element to it, a sense of realness that not every young adult book I've read really captures. One of the biggest treats for this book for me was getting to see Greek mythology become the big belief system, become as real as any other religion in our world today. This is a world where people didn't stop believing in the gods and the monsters and demigods and all that. They're all still very real, and they're part of, you know, the world. They're part of America. They're part of the entire world at large. And it's really interesting to see the classic Greek belief system integrated into today's modern tech age, with, you know, social media being what it is, and the high school drama and all that stuff. It's really interesting to see it all blend together. Reading this book made the Greek monsters, the Greek gods, the demigods, all of the stuff of legends and lore, they felt real. When you read it, it's written with such conviction that you can almost imagine this being what our world is like today. Imagine if the Greek system had not stopped being the predominant belief system. Imagine if instead of Christianity or Islam, people worshipped Zeus still and the gods of Olympus. Imagine if we believed in the underworld and everything. What would our society look like? That's what this book really does a wonderful job of exploring. Overall, this is definitely the first of a fantastic new series that I am looking forward to reading. I am planning on reading the next book hopefully soon, and we'll be looking forward to sharing that with you. This is a fantastic story that explores one of my favorite themes when I'm writing, is what really makes a monster. Are monsters as cut and dry as we've always believed? Are monsters always the things that, you know, have claws and scales and look different and act different? Or are monsters something much darker, much more sinister, but yet looks so normal by today's standards? That is a theme that is heavily explored, and I really urge you guys to read this book. It is a great example of the power the young adult genre has right now, and I can't wait to read more from Raye Wagner. The author, Raye Wagner, reached out to me on Twitter to thank me for the written review. Raye Wagner, Raye, thank you for reaching out. The book was phenomenal. I can't wait to read the whole series, and I hope you enjoyed this review. So, there you guys have it. That was my review, Curse of the Sphinx, of the Sphinx series, #1, by Raye Wagner. If you guys have read this book, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought, and if you haven't, let me know what aspect of the book sounds most interesting to you. Thank you for watching this brand new review. Give this video a big thumbs up, like this video, comment on it, favorite it, and share it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. It means so much to me if you did. Click that eye in the sky for today's recommended videos, playlists, and more. Check out our social media links down below, and we will see you next time for a brand new book review. Long days and pleasant nights, my friends.